Hi, Becca Ann here, and I was going to play with flowers in baskets. And so I have a fun way to make flowers by putting watercolor on scraps of my watercolor paper, small pieces, and cutting out lots of flowers and then creating baskets of flowers. So that's what I want to do today and bring you along with me. So let's get started. So you can see what I've been up to, just putting some water on and color on paper. I've used some Stampin' Up colors, and I just took my big fat water brush and did the colors. And I like how I don't really think about it a lot, and I let the water pool and make lines in different shades, and that's really fun to make your flowers. Now, I recently got this strawberry flowers plate from My Creative Time. I got this because I do have some other flowers, but I loved that I can cut out this many of different shapes and sizes all at once. So I'm going to be playing with this, but you can also use a punch, and I might pull out a punch. I have some single flower dies as well, which I've already created a card with those, and I'm going to be showing you that. So I'm going to run this through my die cutting and show you what they look like when I pull them out. So when I do a play session like this, I did 2 passes. Look at all of these. 2 passes of that die plate. You can't see it all, but I did some pink. I added some pink pixie in there from Stampin' Up. This is old color. It's not around. But I just love that I can have really dark and light flowers. Now I'm getting ready to do some leaves, and I'm just not quite sure of what kind of leaves I want. So I've got some Sizzix dies that I'm going to tape together. I find it, and this is just some scrap paper I have, I find it easier if I take some washi tape and literally tape them down together. And that gives you a nice pass. So maybe I'll mix the leaves up. I'm not sure yet. But it's going to give me lots of options. And then I have a punch that I punched out some vellum, and I was going to do a bunch, but then I thought, I'll wait until I figure out what colors look good, and even if I want them for this. So this is just doing a bunch of things quickly and easy, all right? And then we'll get started with building baskets. So I don't have basket dies, and so I will always take simple shapes, and this one was a circle, a 3-inch circle, and I cut off 1/3 of the top and a little slice at the bottom to give it a place to sit. So I think I'm going to do a basket out of this, and I like to use embossing folders to give it that basket look. So I've got this Sizzix one that might make a good basket texture. I've got this one that does look just like a basket weave. That would be cool. But I also like wood grain too. I could use that. So you can pick whatever you think would be fun to give it a basket texture or a wooden vessel texture. You know, just something. I think I'll try this one. I haven't used this one yet. So I'm going to do this one, and I'll show it to you in just a minute. All right, look how that turned out. I took some Distress Ink Vintage Photo and etched around it, and I'm not sure if I want to put any in the middle or not. I've been debating it, so I think I'm just going to leave it like that for now. And I cut out a deckled edge die from Stampin' Up just to get and inked around that. And now it's time to start the building process. And that's the most fun part, you guys, because I got some flowers, I got some greenery, and you just start playing. See, I used a half circle, nothing to... You know, you could use wood grain paper if you didn't have an embossing folder or a basket weave, anything. And then you just start looking at what you want to do. Now, I might go back and take some of the colors and you know, put some background in there. I also made this, I took a strip and inked the edges because I might even want to give this basket a handle like this. I might want to do that. And what I think I might do is use a brad, just to use up some brads and give it a handle. I think I'll do that and come back and show you the built flowers, okay? So I have my little brad and I put my little handle on there and I'm putting in my greenery. And I wanted to show you this one didn't even cut perfectly, and you can use it just fine because what I'm doing is I'm just strategically putting it behind the other one, and no one will realize it once the flowers are in there, okay? So I'm going to get the flowers on and we'll get building this cutie patootie here. And if I don't think these are dark enough, I will be able to just add more color to them. That's what's great about when you color your own flowers up. See how the different intensities of pink I have and a little blue on that one? So I'm going to build this up and show you what it looks like. So don't go away. Alright, I still have lots of flowers left. I really like this die because you can cut out so many at one time. I ran it through 3 times and I just did the top portion. And here is the first card I wanted to show you. That's how it turned out. I simply put that brad right through there with I have a little tiny hole punch. I just had fun arranging the flowers. I did use a stamp from 1997 just to stamp some of the yellow, so saffron color in the background to take away any of the white. And to confess to you a little oopsie, I was using what's called Stella, and it was a brand new one, and I was squeezing it, and it put a big blob of it up there. So I had to disguise my boo-boo a little bit and put lots of Stella on my card. But I'm okay with it. It turned out okay. Sometimes you have to fix those little mistakes and disguise them. And I'm the only one that would know that it was on purpose. I took some little white gel pen, just to put a little bit of white in there. And I had a little sheer bow, or a ribbon that I made into a bow and added on there. And I decided to leave a sentiment off. And I can put one on the inside. Just put 3 of those little flowers in there and the Sizzix leaf dies. Now I have another one that I made, and it's different. All I did for this, I used that basket weave die. I have this Stampin' Cut Emboss folder, and it came with some dies. And so I taped those together and did the same thing, but this pink color is called Flirty Flamingo. But I did the same thing, and I took some pearl gel pen, or no, those pearls, liquid pearls, and put in the centers. I did an oval Gina Marie die and put some pieces of ribbon behind there. And how I made the basket, I just drew out my own little template, making it like a hat. And just then, once I got a template, traced it and ran it through that embossing folder. Had some cute vellum that I just made 2 little little squares and folded it over so it looked like The fabric's coming out the top. And these are just some leaf dies that I had in my stash, and just have fun arranging, you guys. So I want this to be a Satmorn hosted by Jillian Norwood, as well as a hashtag 2 crafters 1 design. This week the ladies had flowers. So the 2 crafters 1 design is Melissa of Mo Creations, Gloria of Girlia's Cards, and Lisa of UCY I'm a Diva. So I hope that you have some fun with some flowers and give this a try, making your own baskets. It's super easy and a whole lot of fun. So until my next video, I hope you're having a great crafty day, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.